Hi, everyone, and welcome to the AI Interconnect podcast. I'm your host, Lauren, and this is the show where we talk with founders, operators, and technologies building AI powered systems that actually work in the real world. No fluff, no theory, just real traction. And today I'm speaking with Devashish Mamgain, co-founder and CEO of Kommunicate, support automation platform helping thousands of businesses scale their customer conversation using live chat, AI bots, and smart integration. We will get into the story behind Communicate, the AI trend reshaping customer support, and how Devashish thinks about human AI collaboration in real use cases. Let's get into it. Devashish, thank you for joining us. It's Let's start from the beginning. I'm very happy to have you here.
Yeah, thank you, Lauren, for inviting me. Hello everyone. My name is Devashish. I'm the co-founder and CEO at Kommunicate. So at Kommunicate, we automate the customer service through AI agents and human in the loop approach. So we have been into this space for last 5 years now, and we are helping a lot of our customers to automate their support, save their team's time, and improve the customer experience.
Wonderful. I love it. I love it. Let's do some. Let's go backwards.
Yeah.
What's your personal story? What path
Okay.
led you to funding Communicate?
Sure. Yeah. So I'm a computer science graduate. I'm a techie. Uh, like done my schooling in India. So right now I live in Bangalore, and I've worked after doing my engineering. I worked in a couple of startup companies, WebYog, Zora, Ajugo Telematics, and others. So that's how the journey started. While working in the startup companies, I saw all the passion and energy on the startup founders that I've worked very closely with, and that's how then started a project with some of my colleagues in office, some of my friends, and we launched a couple of apps. It was a weekend project, and one of the apps was Movie Texter. It went viral, and we got like 1.5 million users for it. Uh, so that was pre WhatsApp time, SMS texting app. So that's how we got that confidence that okay, we can build something that people love. And then we started a company back in 2015, which was for chat APIs, where we were allowing companies to integrate one-to-one user chat within their product. So that's how the company journey to start companies to start a startup started in 2015, and then we ran the company for close to 5 years. Bootstrapped the company, generated revenue. We acquired 500 plus customers on that, and while building that chat system, we had a lot of exposure to the customer interactions where the chat use cases are emerging and all. And that's how the idea of Communicate was born, because in AppLogic, we saw that a lot of customers were using our AppLogic product for customer service use cases. And we ourselves were doing customer service for our own product, where we were seeing a lot of repeated queries were coming, and we automated a lot of stuff for us. And so that's how we got the idea that, okay, why can't we automate this for others? So my previous venture, Applogic, which others and I started, my co-founder. So we made an exit from Applogic. Applogic got acquired by a company called Khoros. And then we moved on to start to Communicate to automate the customer service for people who wants to bring the AI, automate their, stuff. So that's the overall, journey.
That's unbelievable. That's okay. You're a techie. Don't do too much
Yeah,
like okay, I love it. And you're not on your first venture. You did a lot of them. Okay,
yeah,
Communicate sits in a fast moving space.
yeah.
Customer support, automation, AI. But take us back to the early days. What
Yeah.
was the MVP like?
Okay.
How did you validate demand?
Okay. So the validation came from some of the early customers who asked us to integrate a product called Dialogflow, which was a Google's AI at that time in 2019. 2020, before ChatGPT and all the Gen AI stuff came, right? So Google had a product. The product is still there. It's not as famous as it was earlier. So it's called Dialogflow. Yeah. So we integrated with Dialogflow for one of the customer who wanted to automate their support, and they were using Dialogflow internally. So we created a very smooth, easy to use plug and play integration with Dialogflow where you just put your Dialogflow's access key and the chat system will automate those queries that the users are asking. It will make a call to Dialogflow API, get the answer and give it to the if the Dialogflow fails at any point of time, let's say the AI system doesn't have that answer, then it gets handed over to a support team. So what happened that time was Dialogflow was only providing the APIs to automate this, but there was no customer support panel where you can have your onboard your support team who can look at the customer queries, reply to the queries, see what is happening with the bots. So that is how we started that purely from the customer requests that were coming to us on that side. So that was the first MVP. And then once we launched the Dialogflow integration, we saw a lot of customers coming to us, and it was all through inbound, where we have written a couple of articles about Dialogflow integration, and we get a lot of companies signing up by reading our articles, which we published in Medium publication. So, and then we started getting requests for, can you add Amazon Lex? Can you add IBM Watson? So we added more and more AI providers into it. We also created our own AI model that time to, incorporate all these customer requests. And the initial MVP was like in today's Gen AI world, after ChatGPT, OpenAI came, right? A lot of things are very simplified now. It's for customer can just give their website URL or their health center URL and they have the AI agent ready. But before that, it was a lot of work for companies to automate. You have to list down all the FAQs that you think your users are asking. You have to feed each one manually. Though we were automating, but that automation was coming from a lot of manual work. And you will give all the possible training phrases, right? If let's say you are automating, let's say your pricing page, you will have a lot of training phrases. If a user says, what is the pricing? If a user says, what is the cost? If the user says, what are the commercials? So you have to feed all the possibilities, like pre-feed all that so that the AI agent can answer it. So that was the you know, chat GPT phase. After that, there's like a lot of things which have advanced. There's like now you don't need to write all of these and you pretty much have the AI agent ready within a few minutes now.
Yeah, a lot of things improved, but I
Yeah.
mean, you started from scratch, and
Yeah.
congratulations. And
Yeah. Thank you.
did you bootstrap or raise early, and how did that influence the way you built?
So we initially bootstrapped for the first 3 years. We bootstrapped because we had made an exit, so we had invested our own money in the initial period. But we had run the company in a very very lean fashion in the initial years, and we already had exposure. We already had experience on how to build the initial team, how to build a product from our previous experience. So there were like a lot of things we were already aware of. We already had a lot of network connections that we were able to leverage to get the business running. So then after 3 years, we had raised a seed round, and we are also a part of an accelerator in India, Upekha. So we have got some fund from the accelerator program as well.
Okay, and when did you realize it was time to go beyond basic boats into a real AI native experience?
Yeah, so what happened was we will keep getting a lot of requests from the customers. And once it happened that, one of the customer, he said, this is my product, this is my website. I want the agent to answer anything and everything for my business. And we were like, you need to first feed some training data, this and that to, make it work because this is how it was, working earlier. But then we realized that, okay, though at that moment, the customer expectations was very high and we were like, what is this customer asking? This is not possible today. But we realized that this is where the market is going. This is how the expectations are happening from customers. And very soon, all the Gen AI, LLMs thing came into the picture, and it made all that unexpected customer request possible with that. So that was a moment in the initial customer request. We realized that, okay, sooner or later this needs to happen.
Yeah, of course. This is how do you decide when to automate versus what needs a human touch?
Okay, so there are a couple of things that the companies need to check before they make that distinction between assigning to a AI agent or to a human agent. The cases where it is very critical, let's say emergency cases, if you're using it for healthcare and it's an emergency kind of situations, it's better to hand it over to a human agent, right? Because there is urgency, and then there has to be a human in the loop. There could be cases, let's say e-commerce, and someone has a concern around when is their product going to get delivered, right? So that is where you can safely hand it over to a AI agent, which can answer that question very efficiently. The AI agent can check in the system what is the status, because that part is not a rocket science. It's a very straightforward path that you have to go to the backend system, get the information of the order delivery, and tell the customer. For such use cases, the AI agent needs to be the first point of contact. And even if anything goes wrong, there's no such major impact. Unlike healthcare, it's like very sensitive, right? So there can be a lot of challenges over there. So that's how we also recommend our customers based on the how critical that part is to their business. Accordingly, they need to decide. Second is, now there are cases where you do a mix of both. You have a AI agent as a first point of contact, so that your queries get reduced. If not the complete query, at least some part of conversations is automated, where you need some information from the user before you hand it over to a human agent. Now, that information collection can be done by your AI agent. So let's say if someone is looking to talk to a human agent regarding their account, or some refund or some other important thing, but before you reach there, you need the user's information, maybe what is their phone number, maybe what is their account ID, when did they made the last purchase. So all those things you can collect. The AI agent can collect, keep that data ready, and then hand it over to a human agent. So the way we have built Communicate is, we provide our customers a way to choose if they want a automated human handover, or they want a human handover on certain aspect. Automated one is wherever the AI fails to answer, we hand it over to a human agent, and that is where we have a confidence score. If the AI answer confidence score is high, then it's fine. If the confidence is low, we automate to hand over to a human agent. They get notification, they get a summary, and they continue. Another is, the companies can configure saying someone, if a user talks about, let's say, emergency or scam, fraud, or anything like that, then you directly hand it over to a human agent. Those are the some of the things that the companies, our customers are able to configure over there.
That's great. I love it. Unbelievable. Okay, there is there's a lot of hype around AI, obviously, but you've been developing it for an in production environment for years.
Yeah,
Let's talk real world execution.
yeah,
What are your stronger use case right now
yeah.
with ChatGPT or other LLM?
Yeah, you mean the use case of our product, or you mean the use
Y-
case that we are using internally?
No, of your product, yes.
Okay, okay. Yeah, so the major use case is automating the customer service. Okay. And there are certain industries that we get a lot of customers from, which is BFSI, education, healthcare, and e-commerce. These are four major ones where we get majority of the customers. Now, when we talk about BFSI, we have customers in insurance sector, where insurance companies have user queries coming around which insurance policy is better suited for me. And the user will give the information of what is their requirement, and the AI system will suggest them, okay, for your requirement, you should go with this policy. And user can buy the policy over there. They can renew the policy. If they have any policy related questions, they can ask that policy on that. Then if we come to e-commerce have different use cases, like where is my order? If someone has ordered something, they have not delivered it. Order status, if someone is waiting for a refund, someone has made a wrong order, they want to cancel that order, or they want to replace some product item, they want to reach to the support team to replace some of those. If you talk about healthcare, there are hospitals using us in India, where they have use case of where a patient or someone from the patient family, they can go to their product website and they can say, I want to book a doctor's appointment for tomorrow 6 p.m. for eye related thing, and the AI agent finds a doctor, the availability based on the doctor's availability, and they make appointment, and then they notify you over your WhatsApp and your email once the appointment confirmation is done. So these are some of the major use cases we see. Yeah, majority use cases we see in the BFSI, banks and loan companies and insurance companies and others.
That's amazing. Okay, then where do you see the most value being created? On cost saving, on speed, or on currency?
Okay, so most of the value is created in terms of customer experience improvement, which ultimately leads to the company's revenue impact. So I will tell you how. So the first visible impact is the cost, which is like very clear. If you need 100 support agents, you need to hire 100 human support agents. With AI, you probably can do the same with 10 or 20 support agents, right? Now, that is your pure cost saving. Now, the second part is that if you have a lot of support queries coming to your company, and all your support team agents are busy day in and day out responding to all that queries, the support agents themselves get frustrated with multiple users sending them query at the same time. They are handling chat, they are handling call, email, and a lot of other stuff. They get frustrated, and when someone is frustrated, you cannot expect them to be polite with your user base, right? So that's where it gets interesting. It's not just about cost saving. If you have your support team free, they have very less queries coming, and basic ones are automated. They are only working on something which is more complex, where they feel that their work has a lot more impact than just copy pasting some predefined answers, and they are able to build relationship with their end users. Then it's not just about answering a query, but building a relationship with their customers. So when the support team is happy, they will keep your customers happy. That improves the overall customer experience, and when customer experience is good, you get more and more customers, and eventually that leads to revenue. In terms of the and impact is revenue, but the first scene is a cost.
Yes. No, of course, makes sense. And what are the challenges integrating AI into legacy support system, or CIMs?
The challenge is mostly with the data. The data needs to be available. Sometimes the systems will have data, uh, you know, placed somewhere deep inside. It's not accessible, or the data needs filtering. Filtering in a way is that, let's say the data is mixed with users' information as well, personal information. So in that case, you cannot send that personal information data to the AI system to train on. Right? You have to extract that personal information separately and have the factual data separate. So for example, if you have a historical data of, say, users querying you around, let's say, the return policy of a particular product. Okay, let's take a typical e-commerce example. Someone has purchased a product, they want to return it. Now, what is the return policy? Now, return policy is a standard. Okay. But let's say if you have data of a user writing you an email, giving their details that, okay, my user ID is this, my phone number is this, I made a purchase of XYZ product at this price on such and such day using this card, right? And then they're asking you for a refund of that. Now, when you give the data to AI, you cannot give this personal information. You have to filter that out. All right. You have to only give the information about in a way that, okay, user has purchased, these many days ago, and the refund policy says that the refund will happen only within 7 days. So this is the only part you need the AI to train on. So that the AI understands, okay, if the user purchase date is this, 7 days are over, we cannot accept a refund or return, right? So that is where the legacy systems, sometimes the data cleanup is tricky, but there are tools now coming to extract all that information and remove the personal information from it before you pass it on to the AI system.
Yeah, that's very interesting. I love it. Okay, let's zoom out. What shift are you seeing in support or customer experience in regulated industries like real estate, healthcare, or finance?
Yeah, so one shift we are seeing, not necessarily related to healthcare, finance, and all, but in general, everywhere we are seeing is more and more requests are coming for voice. People are now exploring the voice integrations as well. So far, a lot of things were on chat. In some geographies like India, WhatsApp demand is increasing, adding WhatsApp as a channel over there. So that we are seeing, like especially with finance, it's a lot more, but that request is across other places as well. Yeah, overall, that's what we are seeing right now.
Of course, yeah. And are you seeing increasing demand in uh, prop tech or privacy-focused platform?
Yeah, PropTech seeing a demand. We are getting customers who are adding the AI agent for property recommendations, where someone is asking, okay, this is my budget, this is my preference, and the system is, providing them the relevant property as opposed to going to the website and then applying those 10 filters and then, searching. So that's what we are seeing. Earlier, this was a bit tricky to implement, but now it's like very straightforward. So we are seeing that kind of use cases coming. And a lot of companies are also now automating stuff around agreements like rental agreements and other agreements, KYC verifications, and a lot of other things are happening in this space.
Yeah, and and especially and how do you handle privacy concern, especially when using GPT integration in these sensitive industries?
Yeah. So for that, there are compliances, and we are following all the compliances. We have GDPR, ISO certification, and SOC 2 and other things. And we have tied up with some partners that help us with all implementing all the policies on those compliances, like on the application layer as well as on the team layer as well. So those compliances, we follow. Like the company needs to avoid logging any personal information, like as an example. So those things needs to be built in into the product.
Yeah, no, definitely. And where's the where's the risk and where's the opportunity?
Yeah, the risk is the space is moving too fast. So
Yes.
you will see like OpenAI launching some new product every other day. Yeah, so that's the risk that things are moving too fast right now in the industry, and you have to always catch up with that. You will lose that momentum. So I think that's where the biggest risk is right now. Your speed is now your mode. Yeah, yeah, and
And the opportunity?
yeah. So opportunity is like if we talk about like our space where we are working on, right, customer service automation, there are good opportunities in going beyond the automation. Okay, so by automation is companies are focusing on if you have so many user queries coming, you can automate the answers to it. But the biggest thing is why are these queries coming? Why do your users have to reach out to your support? That's the biggest thing, right? So now with all that data which is gathered from the support interactions, that's where the opportunity is to from that data, identify where are the gaps in the company's product or service and get to fix those gaps, right? Because it's not about you have 1 million queries coming and you automate all 1 million with AI agent answering every within a few seconds. But it's more about Why are these queries coming? It should not even come. Great product will not have that many queries coming. So that's where the opportunity is to go beyond that automation and identify the root cause and get that root cause fixed.
Yeah, of course. That's great. Okay, let's talk about what's ahead. What's your big focus for 2026?
Yeah, so for 2026, we are already, working on the voice integration. We are also seeing, WhatsApp voice calling, requests coming. So that's where we are also focusing on. And one of the things that I mentioned here about identifying the root cause, and we have already started work on this. We have some insights developed for our customers where they are able to identify the gaps in the product. But right now, it's more of a MVP stage. So that is what we need to expand and help our customers in reducing that support queries rather than automating. And yeah, of course, voice is one of the focus. Yeah, so overall, that's the direction we are heading here.
Any new feature? I mean, you talk about voice
Yeah,
or
yeah,
product you're exciting to release.
yeah. Yeah, feature-wise, not as such feature, but we are expanding our integrations. So because our customers, they have a lot of different systems. They use CRMs like Salesforce, Questdesk, and others. And then they use a lot of different tools, like marketing team is using a different tool. They have sales team using a different tool. So we are building a lot of integrations. We right now have 40 plus integrations, but we are looking to expand that to, 80 to 90 plus integrations with different CRMs available so that the customers who are using the other CRMs, they can connect all their data points together.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. Integration and any maybe any new verticals?
Yeah, we are going deep into BFSI. So that's a vertical we are going deep into. We are seeing a lot of use cases coming from banks, NBFCs, and like insurance companies and all. So that's where we are going a bit deeper.
Hey, what do you think most founders in the AI chatbot space are missing right now?
In the AI space, pardon?
AI chatbot, yeah, AI
AI
chatbot
chatbot space.
space.
Okay. So in terms of missing, I would say like the industry right now a lot focused on automating, and I think the ultimate thing is to fix the root cause, not automate the answer. So I think that's where I think the industry is missing that point. Everyone is like we can use AI to automate. People are claiming we can automate 80%, we can automate 90%, we can automate 95%, and our viewpoint is like we have to reduce this. But like automation is one, but the support query should not come. That's our viewpoint.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
definitely. Okay. I like to go into your brain. Let's
yeah,
inside
yeah.
um, the founder's brain. And what's the hard lesson you learned building Communicate?
There are like a lot of hard lessons. Right, there's like a lot of hard lessons. Like lesson is of course like many times we delay some decisions a lot. When we don't have a lot of data points to make a decision, we keep delaying things. So one of the lesson is that taking one direction early on is a lot better than taking no direction for a longer period of time, right? Because many times in market it's not about what is right or wrong. Many times it's about moving into one direction. So that's one of the hard lessons. Yeah, and then there are like a lot of other lessons that we had around hiring. Also we had a lot of lessons. I think like companies should delay the hiring as long as they can and hire the best people that they can. We had done some mistakes on hiring fast. When things go well, you get excited. Okay, let's hire XYZ number of people and all those things. So that was one of the hard lesson that we learned.
Yeah, yeah, hiring is very tough. Yeah.
Yeah,
And what's something that worked unexpectedly?
unexpectedly. Yeah, I think this integration with the other AI channels, other AI platforms, that worked really well for us. We had integrated with Google's Dialogflow because that time we were not having our own AI model, so we integrated with Google's Dialogflow, and that was based on some initial customer requests. but that worked really well for us. Within the first 6 months, we got more than 100 customers just from Dialogflow integration. So that was something very, very unexpected to us.
Yeah, and yeah, great surprise and
Yeah,
wonderful.
yeah.
Congratulations. How
Thank you.
do you structure your team to balance innovation and stability?
Yeah, that's a hard one, because things are moving really fast and we want to innovate a lot of stuff. But then when we try a lot more on the innovation, sometimes the stability get impacted. So right now, what we have done as of now, we are also in the learning phase on that, how to make that balance. But the thing which is working for us right now is having few people dedicatedly working on the innovation and few team members working on the stability, as opposed to everyone working on everything. So that's one of the things that has worked for us.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Any, on your part, any mental model or principle you use to guide decisions?
Principal model, yeah. Yeah, I think so. One of the things we look at is, for any decision, what is the short-term impact and what is the long-term impact. So many times, if there is no short-term impact, but if the long-term impact is there, we go for it. Like for example, we have invested a lot in SEO and content, and that's how we are getting a lot of customers. We don't have a sales team. It's all the customers we get is through inbound. They read our article. They love that, the article, that knowledge that our team is sharing, and then they do a sign up, they do a free trial, and then they make a purchase from there. So that has worked for well for us, and that's what our decision making policy is, that we prefer to make long term decisions than short term.
Yeah, unbelievable. No sales team. Okay,
Yeah,
we'll talk about that. Okay,
yeah,
let's wrap with a few fast questions. One tool you cannot live without.
Slack. Yeah,
Yeah, it's most of my guests are
yeah.
saying Slack. Unbelievable. Yeah, definitely. AI trend that's overrated.
That's overrated. Really sure which one is overrated. Yeah, I think the trend is good. Sometimes it looks hype, but we have seen the implementations.
Okay.
Yeah.
A favorite book, business book or podcast? Not this one.
Okay. Favorite, favorite business book is Hooked. So it's a product book. Yeah. So
Yeah. Very nice. Okay, if you had to launch a new startup tomorrow, but not AI, what would
yeah.
it be?
Okay. Not AI. It's a bit difficult nowadays. There's all the ideas that we get is around AI.
You won't
Um,
start anything without AI.
yeah, nowadays, like even if we do something, somewhere AI will come into the picture. But yeah, if it's not AI, then what other
No.
startup can I do? Yeah, probably something in healthcare. Yeah,
Okay, no problem.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay, then I just want to come back and for
yeah,
you to give me any big success story that AI made a measurable difference. Can't
yeah.
not a short
Mm,
answer. It's tell me if I'm curious to dig into this.
yeah, sure. So there are many success stories. Like one of our customers, Salt Side Technologies, they were able to save 3,000 person hours per month after they implemented AI agents and integrated Communicate into their workflow. Then we have customer like Conte, which is in the insurance space. They have automated more than 50% of their queries. Customers from India like Vogo, where they reduce their phone calls by more than 50%. Because earlier everyone used to make a phone call to them, but once people had a very fast way, because in phone call you have to wait, and once you have a very fast way to just ask a question to the AI agent or a human agent, so their phone costs drop significantly. Yeah, and then there are like case studies like Tax Buddy, where they were able to automate a lot of tax filings and they were able to save 2,000 hours of their team. Yeah, there is DKSH, one of the company. They were able to increase their lead generation from the queries that were coming. They were able to convert those leads. They've increased their lead generation by 40%. So yeah, there are like a lot more such case studies.
Yeah, for sure, but it's unbelievable. And how customer reacting to more AI driven interaction? It's fine.
Yeah, customers reacting. Yeah. So customers. You mean the end users who are interacting with the AI?
Yeah, yeah, the end
Yeah,
users. Yeah,
yeah. So they are although if you ask a user, they will prefer to talk to a human agent, but when they start using the system and they realize that okay, the AI system is answering me faster, so they prefer that, right? So that's how it is for majority of the industries where they are seeing faster responses coming from AI as opposed to human agent. They are really happy with that. And we have seen companies, their CSAT has increased after they added the AI.
yeah, that's great. Devashish, this has been sharp, practical, and real. Thank you so much. It's exactly what we are aiming at the AI Interconnect for our audience, and I'm sure our audience definitely would love your story. This is deep AI agent directly from India. What's your hometown? Where were you located in India?
Yeah, I'm in Bangalore.
In Bangalore. That's great. And where can people learn more about Communicate and follow what you're building?
Yeah, so people can log into kommunicate.io. Starts with K instead of C. It's kommunicate.
Okay, wonderful. And thank you so much for your time. It's been great. I definitely want to talk to you again in maybe in a year from now and see all the innovation that goes around. Thank you
Yeah,
so much.
yeah. Thank you, Lauren, for having me here. Yeah, thank you.
That's it for today's episode of AI Interconnect. And if you enjoyed it, share it with someone who's building the future, or better yet, someone who should be. And until next time, stay curious, stay creative, and keep building. Thank you, Devashish.
Thank you.